Welcome, everyone, to another episode of Amplify, where we highlight and spotlight fancy people, movers and shakers, and media partners. You know my guest, my homie, Michael Hammond.
Hey, Delilah.
How are you, hon?
I'm doing great. And yourself?
I am doing well. I'm doing well. I am really looking forward to seeing you at Housing Wire.
Yeah, we'll be in Austin for the gathering. We'll get a chance to break some bread, maybe do a couple of videos.
Yes, we always do our videos, and that's kind of like what we're known for. Um, I appreciate the collaboration. It's always a good time. Um, I did want to start off letting you know your AI session during MBA New Jersey was really dope.
Well,
I
thank you.
Yes, it was. And I was in the audience. I recorded that for you, but I took a lot of notes. And tell us a little bit about that session, and we'll go from there.
It's a topic I get asked about a lot.
Okay.
People have stopped Googling, right? So instead of going to Google, asking a question, and getting a list of 20 websites to go to, and you got to click and you go to it, now with AI search, whether it's Claude, Perplexity, Gemini, Chat, people go to that, they ask their question. It's a much more specific question. And the good and the bad news is when it gives an answer, it typically only gives one or two people or companies as the answer. And what borrowers are doing, they're just taking that answer, they're going directly to that company, and the rest of the companies don't even get a shot at it. And
Hmm.
so we talked a lot about what can you do to show up in AI search, why local's important, Google business profiles, a number of things. But it's one of the areas I've been asked to speak a lot about, and I've written a lot about and taught because I think it's such a major shift that a lot of people are
Yes.
really still not aware of.
It is. It is. You were the one that told me, hey, you know, if you're not found on Google, I used to say things like, if you're not found on the first page or the first few options on Google, you're not being seen. And now it's if you're not being found on AI.
Exactly. And we talked about
Yeah.
how we have to change our writing. I even used you as an
Yep.
example. I
You
know you
did.
don't love the word recruiting. You love the word relationship. And I'm like, oh, hey, hold on. Maybe it worked the last 5 years, but in the age of AI, you start putting in your key terms as relationship and everything, and you're going to get dating websites and probably a lot of more inappropriate stuff, not driving recruiting for your business.
He told me that, and mind you, guys, he said that on a session. I was like, wait a minute, wait a minute. I started to like really take notes. I was like so nervous about that because you're absolutely right. I do not like the word recruiting, even though that is one section or channel of my company, right?
Right.
But and I feel like just I'm a God-given relationshipper, but no, I don't want that associated with me.
No, and there's a new term that is starting to surface in that session. I talked about GEO and AEO, but
Mhm.
the other big term now that I think people are going to start hearing a lot more about, we all hear about B2B, business to business, B2C, business to consumer. Now we have to start developing content B to A. And what B to A is business to AI agents, because they're now the first level of filtering whether you're going to show up in AI search, whether I'm even going to take a look at your products or services. And if you don't make it through that first level, you're pretty much invisible.
That is, it's such good information, and things are changing fast.
They
Fast.
are. So let's talk a little bit about it. Was great seeing you. We talk a little bit about recruiting.
Mhm.
You do a phenomenal job recruiting, slotting LOs and lending executives, and you do a phenomenal job with that. But you also, in addition to the videos, you help a lot of lenders
Mhm.
with their marketing content. Talk to me a little bit about that.
I do. So I'm very heavy because I was a loan officer. I have a very heavy mortgage background. The great thing about Michael and I, yes, we collaborate together, but we have different backgrounds. And it's cool if I, because I feel like we cover almost all the channels of the industry
That's
because of
right.
our background. So I was a loan officer. I started off in title. I was an account executive during the subprime days. I've done HELOCs process. I've done it all. Okay. But recruiting was like my jam, my God given talent. And so I not only can identify and just loan officers, right, relate to loan officers, but I also know how to market to them and speak mortgage because I was a mortgage loan officer. I've written loans. I know about 1003s. I've done them in pencil. You know, I know about these things and I also speak mortgage. So because I have the background, the experience, um and I speak mortgage, it's easy for me to market versus I see a lot of IMBs or brokers. They hire marketers, but marketers have no mortgage background, and some of them don't even own a house. So they have no idea what homeownership is.
Well, and I think that's such an important part, whether it's on the recruiting or the marketing side to improve the recruiting. That thing, in my opinion, still holds true
Yeah.
in the day of AI. I think too many people think, oh, I can just let AI do all my marketing.
No.
Subject matter expertise is critical. Now, maybe you don't need 10 people creating content, and maybe you can do it with two because you have AI, but it doesn't replace subject matter expertise. And I was teaching a class yesterday to a number of LOs, and one of the problems I see with people who finally have embraced and are starting to use AI is they take the first answer AI gives them and they cut and paste it.
I don't like
And
that.
for the most part, it's somewhat junk. So there's a prompt I use that says, be a ruthless editor. If my post or if my email or if my campaign is junk, tell me. And more importantly, what do I need to do to make this bulletproof?
Yeah. And that's
And you
great.
push back on it. And by the second, third, fourth version, it truly sounds like me. It's genuine, it's authentic, and
Yes.
it is much more powerful than just copying generic stuff off of AI.
That's what I'm talking about is I incorporate AI. Don't think that I don't, but I tweak it. I go back, I push back, and then the new version or the new answer that they give me, I touch up. Sometimes and there's been times where I don't like it at all. So I'll just come up with my own thing, right? But and it's because I am homeownership. I am mortgage. Not
Well,
only
you have the knowledge, the
that.
background, and to your point, I think too many people look at AI as from one extreme or the other. Either I'm going to use it, I'm just going to copy and paste, and I'm done, or I'm never going to touch the stuff. I don't trust it, and I don't think it's either one. It's somewhere in the middle of let's use a hybrid.
Yeah.
Let's use it to make our stuff better. Maybe we can get some stuff out faster, but it still should never replace our genuine thought, our personality, and our thinking.
You're right. So for example, I when I partner with IMBs, one of the things I've noticed is the borrower because I not only was an originator, but I've also been a borrower. I've been a seller. I've been a buyer, right? Because I own
Yeah, an
multiple
investor.
an investor. So that purchase is still the majority, the largest purchase for the average consumer that they'll ever buy. And that AI is not gonna do it sometimes, not for everything,
Correct.
okay? It needs to be more heartfelt, it needs to be genuine, it needs to be relationship, right?
Right. But be careful how you use relationship in AI. I'm just telling you.
Because this is someone's home, this is someone's sanctuary, so it's different, so you wanna be able to in your marketing portray that like showcase that in a way without using AI. You have to be human to do
You
that.
have to be human, but you still have to write from B to A
Correct.
because the agent, AI agent, is the first thing filtering through. And that's what's challenging. And as we talk about, we're getting excited to head to Austin. We'll do some videos, but I think so many times people forget why are we doing the videos,
You know,
right? Go ahead. I'll let you go first and then I'll share my thought.
videos are a great opportunity for you not only to promote product and services, things like that, but also to share your story. It's important people know the background and your story.
It helps companies bring their story to life,
Yes.
right? The best conversations, the videos that have done the best throughout the years as we've done this are the genuine, thoughtful ones where people
Yes.
just share from their heart.
That
We
is
had a gentleman, and I won't say names and anything like that, but he talked about his upbringing and the love that his parents showed him and how he thought. That was probably one of the best videos we recorded. And the
yeah.
reason it is because it connected and people saw it was genuine, it was authentic. And that's how people's company and their stories can come to life through our videos.
Absolutely. I tell people all the time, you don't have to sell, sell, sell. Just be visible, share your story, share your background, share testimonies, highlight other people. And in that, I promise you, the sales will come.
Exactly. And that's why we consistently do it. We love sharing other people's stories.
Too.
Come up to us, say hello, get a selfie. If we have time, we'd love to shoot a quick video with some of you. I know we've got some scheduled. And then we try to give updates of what's going on at the conference as well.
Yep. And I'm again looking forward to seeing everyone. If you want to reach out to Michael or myself for any video needs or to learn more about our individual companies, please do so. Michael and I are always open. And with that, thank you for watching another episode of Amplify, where we highlight, spotlight movers and shakers and media partners. Bye.